This is going to be a birthday book haul. It was my birthday on Saturday, May the 1st, for future reference, and I asked mainly for money towards my tattoo. I had a lot of work done on this on Saturday morning, but that's not what we're here for. And even though I asked for tattoo money, I also got a lot of books, and I have a huge pile right here, and I just wanted to go through them all with you because I think it's the most books I've ever received. The first lot of books I got were from my sister. I have Wilder Girls and Burn Our Bodies Down by Rory Power. I read both of these, both from my library, and just never got round to buying them because I wasn't sure I actually wanted them, to be honest. I know there's been a little bit of controversy about Rory Power recently. I don't actually know what it is. I haven't looked into it too much, but these covers are really nice and I enjoyed both of these. I only read this one quite recently, but I do want to read this again. So I'm glad I've got these two for my shelf because they do look very nice. She then got me the Dr. Harper series. I don't want to tell you what that one's called because I think I'll probably get the video taken off. But this one is I'm a therapist and my patient is going to be the next school shooter. I'm a therapist and my patient is in love with her. And I'm a therapist and my patient is a vegan terrorist. They are fiction. I had to look it up, but they are fiction. And I think it's just like patient files. It's all like interviews and things, but not quite. It's just something my sister wanted to read and she thought I might enjoy them as well, so they're very short, so at least they'll be a nice little filler. The next ones, I'm going to have to open this window. I usually open the blind before I start the video and I forgot. Anyway, the next three books I got from my mum. She said she wanted to get me something physically for my birthday and not just give me money. So I gave her my Amazon wish list and she picked three books. First one I'm really excited about is Blanky by Keelan Patrick Burke. I've wanted this for a really long time. I do follow Keelan on Instagram and have for a while, but just never picked any of his books up. I didn't realise how short it was, but I am really looking forward to giving this a read. Might read this soon. It's only like 74 pages. Yeah, I might read this really soon. She then got me Grown by Tiffany D. Jackson. This has been on my wish list since it was released, so I'm really glad I've got this. I've forgotten what it's about, but I really like the idea of it at the time. The only problem is, I don't know if you can see. I don't think you can see. All these black marks on the front. When they packaged it at Amazon, they've put Blanky on top of it and the black has rubbed onto the yellow. I'm really sorry about this light, it's awful. So I don't know whether to get my mum to return it and get me a new one, I'm not too sure. The next one was like a random one that I put on my wish list, and that's Sanatorium by Sarah Pearce. I've heard very mixed reviews about this. I just saw it's a sanatorium, it's a bit of a thriller, it's a bit of a gothic horror. That'll do for me. And I haven't read a thriller for a long time, so I'm looking forward to reading this as a bit of a change from my usual things. And then my lovely work friends got me an Amazon gift voucher. So I was able to get 5 books from Amazon with that. And I got Shuggy Bane by Douglas Stewart. I've wanted to read this for such a long time. I've had it out from the library twice and never actually got around to reading it. This light needs to come back. Come back. Nope, the light is shit. I'm sorry. We're back. Yeah, I wanted to read this for a very long time. I like anything to do with the working class and looking at the working class in society and how they are treated in society, and anything that has discussions about social aspects and the poverty divide and, people in poverty in the UK in general. I then got another Keelan Patrick Burke book, and this is Kin. Again, I can't remember what it's about, I just know I wanted to read something by him, and so I picked this other one up. This was before I knew my mum had bought me Blanky. Hopefully I can get to this soon, but it's probably going to be October at this point with the amount of books I've got on my to read list, and it keeps growing as I keep joining different read-alongs with different people, so we'll see. Another horror I picked up was The Fisherman by John Langham. I've heard this is a very hit and miss. Either people really love it or they really hate it. I'm reading this in October. I'm doing like a horror month in October, as most people do, because there's a lot of horror novels that I want to get to that I just haven't and just don't have the time to right now with everything else I'm reading. So this will be read in October. I might add Kin onto that as well. And then, just realised it's ripped. It wasn't ripped before. Oh, now I'm upset. This is Dreamland by Rosa Rankin Gee. It is a dystopian novel about something in the UK. There was a place in Margate called Dreamland. That's why it's called Dreamland. And let me see. The sea is higher. It's higher everywhere. And those who can are moving inland. But again, the poor people are left down at the shores where the sea's rising and there's nowhere for them to live. So it's another comment on the poverty divide in the UK, which coincides with Bane. I really like the cover on this. The cover's really nice. I'm just so annoyed it's ripped. I don't know what I did. It wasn't ripped when I got it out of the box. The last one I got with my voucher was Leave the World Behind by Ruman Alam. I'm interested this year in reading a lot, if not all, of the nominations for the Orwell Foundation Prize for Fiction. I say I'm going to do it every year and I don't. If you don't know, George Orwell is my favourite author, and obviously a lot of the books are political based, and that's, other than fantasy and horror, I'd say that is my favourite. It's not even a genre, is it? Is it a genre? I don't know. It's my favourite thing to read about anyway. So I've been picking up, I decided to pick up a lot of the books that are on the long list, but the short list is released in the middle of this month, so I'm hoping that this is on it. I think Bane's on it as well. Yeah, I was going to read the whole long list, and then I decided, after I bought a couple, I was like, no, I'll read the short list, so we'll see. We'll see what the short list says, but I am looking forward to reading this one again. I can't remember what it's about. And then I treated myself for my birthday because I didn't realise how many books I was actually going to get. So I bought these on Friday when I went into Liverpool to do some book shopping, which I'm not going to vlog because it wasn't very successful. I ended up buying all these brand new because I couldn't find anything in the second-hand bookstores that I went to. So yeah, it wasn't what I expected. I thought I'd be able to buy like 4 to 6 second-hand books, but I just couldn't find anything. So these are all from, well, I'll tell you where they're from when I pick them up. I got Angel Mage by Garth Nix. I actually bought this a couple of months ago and then decided that I'd spent too much money, so I returned it. But then I picked it up again because it was on the buy one get one half price. I don't even know what it's about. I like Garth Nix. I read his Mr. Monday series as a kid, and the Sabriel series. I don't know if you can see it. Where's it gone? Oh no, it's down there. Yeah, the Sabriel series is one of my favourite, which I plan on rereading at some point this year, hopefully. And yeah, he brought out another book, and I just wanted to read it. It was the author. The author got me to buy it, not anything else. I then picked up Exciting Times by, I don't even know how to say her name. I'm not even going to attempt because I'll get it wrong. This was on the long list for the Women's Book Prize, Women's Book Fiction Prize. I don't know what the order of it. I don't think it's on the short list, but when I was watching another YouTube video by another booktuber, this one sounded really interesting, so I picked this one up. And then I also picked up No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood, another one on the Women's Book Prize, and it's also signed. So I always have to pick up a signed book because it just seems special to find one. I know Waterstones do them quite a lot right now, but yeah, this one, I know what this one's about. This one is about a woman who spends pretty much all her life on social media, and then she posts something that gets a lot of backlash or goes viral, and she has to come off social media. I've heard it's a book of two halves. It's very short, So I want to read this as soon as possible because as well as reading all the Orwell Foundation shortlist, I also want to read the shortlist for the Women's Book Prize. I don't know how I'm going to fit all these in, but we will see. Yeah, these 3 books, including the Garth Nix one, I got from Waterstones in Liverpool 1. Another shortlist on the Women's Book Prize. I got Transcendent Kingdom by Yaz. It's not even Yaz, it's Ya. I'm really sorry, I'm terrible at pronouncing things. I got this from News From Nowhere, that I absolutely love going in because you just find some random books that you don't even know exist. But then I just saw this and I was like, I know I want this. It's Hailstone in. I'm really sorry. That's random. Yeah, I knew I wanted to read this. I can't remember what it's about. I have heard people talk about it and it sounded really good and just what I would like to read. And it's nice to have a break from fantasy because if you'll notice, most of these books aren't fantasy. That is really loud. For the past 18 months, I would say most of the books I bought have been fantasy and I have enough fantasy for now. And I think I just needed more of a variety and breaks from just reading fantasy constantly, especially while I'm doing Malazan. That was all the books I received for my birthday. It was a lot of books. A lot. Let me see how many there is. 17. I got 17 books. I know I bought 4 myself, but it was like a birthday present to myself, so it was still for my birthday. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little video. It wasn't as short as I expected, and I will be back again soon. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like what you see. I've noticed a lot of people reading my Asian Readathon TBR, so if you hear from that, hi, please give me a subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.